Hey Math 1 students, today's video will help you get ready for your test, which is on Friday this week. We've got a couple word problems and then we're going to practice some graphing as well. In the word problem, it says Tamara has a part-time job at a nail salon. The amount of money she makes is modeled by the equation M equals 7C plus 25, where M is the amount of money she makes and C is the number of customers she serves. So our first question is, what is the starting amount and what does that mean in the context of the problem? So check out your equation. So our equation's over here. Remember, your starting amount, or your y-intercept, is going to be the constant in your equation, the number that's by itself. So in this case, it's going to be that 25. So the starting amount is 25. And if we think about what's going on in this problem, she is working at a nail salon. She's getting $7 for each customer, so that's next to our C, plus $25. So she's going to get that $25 no matter what. And in the context of this problem, that $25 is the amount that the salon pays her for working that day. So she gets this $25 no matter what. The rate of change is going to be the number that is next to our variable. So in this case, the 7 right here. So the rate of change is 7. And it's 7C. So she's getting $7 for each customer. So we can think about that. That's going to be a tip. So that's the amount of tips she gets per customer. And now we can use our equation to answer numbers 3 and 4. So number 3 says, how much money will she make if she serves 10 customers? So here, that 10 customers is giving us a C value, since C represents customers. So in my equation, I'm going to replace the C with a 10 and solve for the amount of money that she makes. So the M, the amount of money, is already by itself. So I can go to my calculator and do 7 times 10, which is 70. So she's going to get $70 in tips, plus the $25 the salon pays her, which is $95. So she will get $95 if she serves 10 customers. Second question asks us how many customers she needs to serve to make $200. So there they're giving us an M. They're giving us how much money she makes. So in our equation, I'm going to replace the M with a 200. And for these, we have to actually solve for C, get C by itself. So I'm going to subtract 25 on both sides. We'll get 175 equals 7C. And now to get C by itself, we need to divide by 7 on both sides. So 175 divided by 7 is 25. So she needs to serve 25 customers if she wants to make $200 that day. So that's a quick little review of word problems, how we can use equations, interpret them, and deal with those. The second thing we're going to review in this video is how we graph. So check out number 5. Number 5 says y equals negative 1/2 x plus 5, and we want to graph this. So some important things to remember is that the constant, the number by itself, is telling us the y-intercept. So in this problem, our y-intercept is 5. The number next to x, the negative 1/2, the coefficient, is telling me my slope. And it's worth noting here, this was in slope-intercept form, so y equals form, I can just pull those numbers. We'll see another example in just a second where when we don't have that form, we have to do a little bit more work. When we graph the y-intercept first, so the y-intercept is 5, so I start at the origin and count up 5. And my slope is negative 1/2, so that's negative is telling me to go down 1 and then right 2. I'm going to do that a couple of times, starting at my y-intercept till I have some points, and then I can connect those points to make my line. And in number 6, our equation says 5x minus 2y equals 14. So this one is not in slope-intercept form, and I know that because the y is not by itself. So I've got to put it in that form. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the x. So I do the opposite to that. It's a positive 5x. I'm going to subtract 5x on both sides, which is going to give me negative 2y equals, and remember we write the x first, negative 5x plus 14. We cannot do 14 minus 5 because those are not like terms. The 5 is attached to an x and the 14 is not, so we can't actually do that subtraction of those numbers. We're just going to write it as an expression. And then to get y by itself, I would need to divide everything by negative 2. And when I do that, I'm going to get y equals negative 5 divided by negative 2 is not going to work out nicely, but a negative divided by a negative makes a positive. So that's going to be 5/2 x, and then 14 divided by negative 2 is negative 7. So that's my equation I'm going to graph. And now from this equation, now I can see my y-intercept of negative 7, my slope of 5/2. So we plot the y-intercept first. I'm going to start at the origin and count down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be down here. 5/2 is positive, so it's telling me to go up 5 and to the right 2 to get my next points. So up 5, right 2, and now I can draw my line. So make sure you attend class with your teacher so that you can do some more examples to get ready for your test, since your test is on Friday. Happy studying.